Here we go, everybody. One of my favorite things to eat in the whole wide world is a biscuit, which we all love biscuits, right? But everybody is always afraid to cook biscuits. They think they might be too difficult. And we just end up buying, I call them the Whopp'em biscuits, where you just unroll them, whop them against the countertop, put them in a pan and put them in the oven. Today I'm going to show you guys a super 2-ingredient way to make biscuits. And I'm telling you what, it's so simple it feels like it's cheating. Okay, so for this recipe, all you're gonna need is some self-rising flour and some heavy whipping cream. To get it going, we always I don't do a ton of measuring, right? But with this one, what I found is that just a regular tablespoon, 1 heaping spoon is gonna equal 1 biscuit. So how many biscuits do you want? That's how many tablespoons we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 8, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do 1 just for good measure. There we go. Next, we're going to add our heavy whipping cream. Again, I don't measure a ton of stuff, guys. I'm just going to mix this. I'm going to show you the consistency that we are looking for. Grab me a fork, just add a little bit to it. You know, normally when you're making biscuits, it's gonna be, you gotta, get some butter really, really cold, and you gotta shave it into it. Then you gotta roll it out a few times and start folding it. Not with this one. So the heavy whipping cream, it's basically got the butter or the cream mixed in already, all together. And this is something that if you're even camping, you can do this in a Dutch oven. We do it all the time, all over the place. So I don't think I've done it in the duck blind yet, but I've definitely done it in some deer camps, things like that. Deer lease, always making. You can start to see it's starting to get some crumbles to it. I'm just going to keep adding it. And it's going to start to thicken up. And how I know it's done is when it's not sticking. I don't have any more dry pieces in there. And it's going to start to put a ball in there. Really hard to mess up. So that was roughly 8 biscuits, and this is a 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. And if you get it too wet, just add a little bit more flour to it. It'll be just fine. So this is a little bit wet. I'm going to add a little bit more flour to it. A little more flour. Work this in. There we go. It's starting to look really great. All right, so that's our mixture right there. So with this, you can get a little bit fluffier biscuit if you just sift the flour first. You can get a sifter, or you can put it in there and just fluff it up with your fork. Helps as well. Now we're going to take our 9-inch pan. I'm going to use a little 1/4 stick of butter here just to kind of coat my pan, just to keep them from really sticking. Now with these biscuits, if you separate them out, they're not going to rise as much. The more snugged up they are inside the pan, the more of a rise you're going to get out of that. So now that we've got that done, take your fork, pull off a little ball, this, make it in the shape of a biscuit, set that one in the middle, there's 2, and we're just going to work this all the way around the pan here. See how close we get to that 8 biscuits. Now try not to work these over too much. I don't know if I could fit 8 in here. Probably just gonna be able to fit 1 more in it. We'll just do 1 big fatty in there. How about that? You know, this is an easy recipe to make first thing in the morning. Easy to do. All right, so we've got them in the pan. They're ready to go. We've got the oven preheated at 415 degrees. We're gonna slide these in here for about 20 minutes and pop them out. You guys are gonna see just how easy and awesome these biscuits are gonna be. Set my timer for 20 minutes. Let it rock, kick back, and check on these in a minute. All right guys, oven just went off. Let's pull these biscuits out of the oven, get some honey on them. Get to chomping down on this. Let's open this up, see what we got. Oh yeah, they are absolutely perfect. Look at that. Now you can do a lot of things with these biscuits. You can throw some jelly on them. You can throw some honey on them. Tons of stuff. We're gonna do a whole series on making gravy and sausage gravy and all that kind of stuff coming soon, but let's plate one of these up. Get this big fat one over here. Remember the old big fatty that we had. You know, and they separate really nice. And pop this out. You can see this all the way through. Just absolutely perfect. Just nice and flaky. With this, you can break this in half or just hit it with a little honey. Bang, just like that. Super easy, super simple. 2 ingredients. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. You can see the bottom, just nice golden brown. And I think one of the key things to this is actually using a good iron skillet. So get you a good iron skillet, get it seasoned really well, and they're worth $1 million. So it's one of my all-time favorite things. I mean, flaky, you can see it, just perfect all the way through. Super simple, guys. Especially when you pair it up with some of that East Texas honey. Absolutely perfect. Again, I always talk with my damn mouth full. Check this out. Hope you guys like this this recipe for a super easy 2-ingredient biscuit. I'm Gabe Spencer. Welcome to the kitchen. Hope you guys catch us on the next one, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to share it with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.